Today we are going to learn another interesting topic, moving charges and magnetism. In 1820, Hans Christian Ørsted, a Danish physicist, observed an interesting characteristics of electric current or a current carrying electric current, that it can produce a magnetic field around it when an electric current passes through it. And he established some experiments to prove that when electric current passes through a conductor, an electric field produced around it, and so a moving charge has magnetic effect around the conductor. And he demonstrated the experiment there, and he placed an electric conductor, a wire, in north-south plane, and which is connected to a battery through a key, and a magnetic compass or a magnetic needle is placed nearby the conductor. And when the circuit was on, then electric current starts to flow through the conductor. When the electric current flows through the conductor, what happens to the magnetic needle placed nearby the conductor? So he observed a deflection in the magnetic field. So the conductor is placed in the south-north direction, and the magnetic compass also placed in the north-south direction. And he observed a deflection and in the magnetic compass towards the west direction, and this is the direction of electric current through the conductor. And that means a force is exerted on the needle, and due to that force the magnetic needle is deflected towards the west direction. And another experiment, he reversed the direction of electric current. Now in this direction, the direction of the electric current is reversed. Now the direction of the electric current from north to south in the second case. And when the direction of electric current is reversed, what happens? He observed the same deflection, but the deflection was in the opposite direction. The first case, the deflection towards the west direction, and the second case, the deflection of the needle was towards the east direction. That means when the electric current, the direction of the electric current is reversed, then the deflection of the magnetic compass also reversed. So he concluded that a force is exerted on the needle. And what kind of force can exerted on a needle? A magnetic needle, a compass, is always deflected when it is kept under the influence of a magnetic field. So that means when the electric current passes through the conductor produces a magnetic field around the conductor, so that the magnetic effect exert, or the magnetic field produced by the conductor exerted a force on the needle, so it deflected. In order to find out the direction or the direction of magnetic field, he demonstrated another experiment that, and he placed a conductor in a vertical direction in the plane, and he placed some of the magnetic needles randomly distributed around the conductor. And when the electric current passed through the conductor, what he observed? He observed that these magnetic needles, they arranged themselves in a eccentric circle around the conductor. It means, and this magnetic compass or needles or magnetic material, they arranged themselves around the conductor like eccentric circles around the conductor. So, and the next experiment, he reversed the direction of the electric current. Okay, and next experiment, he reversed the direction of electric current. Then he observed the same properties. That means the magnetic materials, they arranged themselves around the conductor as an eccentric circles, but their direction was opposite that from the first case. So that means the magnetic field produced around the conductor is always perpendicular to the direction of, or perpendicular to the plane of conductor. So here this conductor is in the vertical direction and the magnetic field is around or produced around the conductor, which is perpendicular to the direction of flow of electric current. Then what is magnetic field? And in order to find out the direction of this electric current and magnetic field, and he demonstrated another experiment that which requires a cardboard, and cardboard is a conductor is pierced into the cardboard so that the plane of the cardboard and the conductor is perpendicular to each other, and he sprinkled some of the magnetic material, maybe iron fillings, on the cardboard, and it is connected to a battery to a switch. And when the circuit was on, then what happens? This magnetic material sprinkled on the cardboard in a random manner, they arranged themselves around the conductor as an eccentric circle around the conductor. So by this experiment, he explained how this magnetic field is produced and what is the direction of the magnetic field produced when a current carrying conductor produces a magnetic field around it. And when here this is the direction of electric current, and again, so if the, when first these materials are arranged themselves as an eccentric circles around the conductor, and when the direction of the electric current is changed or reversed, and what happens? The same thing happens, but they are in the opposite direction. In the first case, if it was in towards this direction, then anti-clockwise direction, and when the direction of current is reversed, then what happens? They arranged in the clockwise direction. So when the direction of electric current is reversed, then the direction of the magnetic field also reversed. So that was the conclusion made by Oersted. Then what do you mean by magnetic field? A magnetic field can be expressed a field produced around the conductor when electric current passes through it, and this magnetic field can exert a force on the materials placed around it if it is a magnetic material. And then what do you mean by this magnetic force? A moving charge exerted a force by a magnetic field. How this magnetic field is produced? When electric current is passing through a conductor. So when electric current passing through a conductor, the conductor can produce a magnetic field around it, and this magnetic field produced there can exert a force on object or materials, magnetic materials placed nearby it, and this is known as a magnetic force. How we can calculate the magnitude of the magnetic force exerted by a current carrying conductor? Let us calculate the magnitude of magnetic force produced on a current carrying conductor. So when a magnetic field is produced, then there will be magnetic field lines are there, and these magnetic field lines, the characteristics of the magnetic field lines also we learned how we can calculate the magnitude of the magnetic force exerted by a current carrying conductor. There is a charge, positive charge placed x direction, y direction and z direction. So when this charge is moving with a velocity v, okay, then a current carrying conductor, a charge is there, and when this charge is moving, then an electric current is produced, and the electric current produced then produce a magnetic field around the conductor, and the direction of the magnetic field is denoted by the letter B, and when this electric charge is moving assume that the charge is moving with a velocity v, and the direction of the magnetic field and the direction of the velocity both makes an angle theta between them. And first of all, what factors affect the force exerted by an electric charge? Okay, so first, the magnetic field, the magnetic force produced by a moving charge first depends upon the magnitude of the charge. So we say that F is directly proportional to the charge. How does the charge affects the magnetic force? And from the experiment, Oersted observed that when the magnitude of the electric current is decreased, then the deflection exerted on the magnetic needle was less. When the magnitude of the electric current is increased, then the deflection was more. That means the amount of electric current flowing through the conductor also can affect the magnetic force. If less current is passing through the conductor, the deflection is less, and if a magnitude of the electric current passing through the conductor is more, then the deflection is also more. So the electric current, basically we know that it's a moving charges. So that means when the electric current is increasing, actually what is happening? We are increasing the magnitude of moving charges. That means if the magnitude of the moving charge is increased, then what will happen to the force? The force will increase. The magnitude of the moving charge is reduced, then the force also reduced. So we conclude that F is directly proportional to Q. Then what is F? F is the magnetic force exerted on the material or the conductor, and Q is the magnitude of charge. Then what is the other second factor? Second is the magnetic force is directly proportional to the velocity. Then velocity, when we consider the velocity of the moving charges, as we say that the electric charge is moving with a velocity in between the x and y plane. Okay, so it may, and if we consider a particular direction for the velocity here at a particular moment, then it makes an angle theta between the direction of the magnetic field and the direction of velocity. So in order to calculate the magnitude of velocity, since it is a vector quantity, we need to consider two components of velocity. First of all, a component which is along the direction of magnetic field. So that means V cos theta. And another component which is sine component, which is perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. So this is the V sine theta. Okay. So when we consider here the first component which is along the direction of magnetic field, since the direction of velocity component and the direction of magnetic field both are in the same, the first cos component is 0 in this case. Then what component is affected here then? Then the perpendicular component, which is V sin theta, is maximum when the velocity component is perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. So that means this velocity component or velocity is rotating in between this xy plane. Okay, so here when this velocity component comes exactly along the direction of magnetic field, then the magnetic force exerted by the charge is 0, and as it moves towards this perpendicular component, so slowly what will happen? The force exerted by the charge will increase, and the magnitude of that force will be maximum when it is perpendicular. That means when theta is 90 degree, then the magnetic force exerted is maximum. Okay, so therefore when we consider the velocity of the moving charge, then we assume that the cos component is 0, then the sine component is only considered. So we say that the force, magnetic force, is directly proportional to V sin theta. Okay, and third factor is F is directly proportional to B. Okay, then what is B? B is the magnetic field produced. So that means the magnetic force is directly proportional to the magnetic field. Then magnetic field means what? If the strength of the magnetic force is large if the magnetic strength of the magnetic field is large. If the magnetic force is less when the strength of the magnetic field is less. Now we can combine these three equations together. Okay, that is F is proportional to what is that? Q into B into V sin theta. Okay, and in order to remove this proportionality sign, we multiply a constant with it. That is F is equal to K into Q into V into B sin theta. Okay, so here this is proportionality constant K. The value of K is 1 here. So K is equal to 1. Then this equation can be rewrite as F is equal to Q into V into B sin theta. Okay, and this is the equation for the magnetic force exerted by a magnetic field or by a moving charge. And now, how we can determine the direction of this magnetic force? So, in order to explain this direction of magnetic field and the direction of magnetic force exerted, then we use right hand rule. Okay, and in order to determine the direction of the magnetic field, so we take this equation. If you write this equation in the vector form, F is equal to Q into V cross B. Okay, and this is the equation for the magnetic force exerted by a magnetic current carrying conductor or moving charge, and if you express it is in the vector form. In order to find out the direction of the magnetic force exerted, so we need to find out the direction of V cross B. Then what is the direction of V cross B? V is the velocity of the moving charge and B is the direction of the magnetic field. So we know that the magnetic field is along the direction of Y. Okay, and the vector component of velocity is rotating in the XY plane. We take the magnetic field in there by using the right hand rule. This is the direction of the magnetic field and this is the vector component. It is rotating in between the XY plane. Then what will be the direction of the electric force or magnetic force exerted here, and that will be in the direction of the thumb here. For example, if for a positive charge, then this is the direction of magnetic field and this is the direction of velocity. Okay, and the direction of magnetic force or the force will be in the upward direction. Charge Q is negative, then direction of magnetic field the velocity component is here, and now the force will be in the downward direction. Okay, if it is a positive charge, then the direction of force exerted will be in the upward direction. If it is a negative charge, the direction of force will be in the downward direction. So this is how we can find out the direction of the force exerted on the conductor. SI unit of magnetic force is Tesla, or another unit is Weber per meter square or Newton per ampere per meter is the SI unit of magnetic force.